Comparison of Search Engines for Use with Doctoral Studies by Catherine Mead, Manorville, New York. When embarking on the road toward a doctoral degree, the most difficult step to conquer may be that giant step toward more intense research. Using my own ethnographic and informal reflective evaluation, I can attest to this truth. Though a doctoral student should have, by definition, already mastered research techniques required at each of the previous levels of study, the doctoral level of research demands even more. Because students pursuing a doctoral degree have likely never had the need to research at this level, they may find themselves initially attempting to do research in the tried and true ways of their past, and they will also likely find themselves coming up short. If, for example, a student tries to search using Google, the #1 search engine on the internet, they might be satisfied with their own results, but the professors who are guiding them along in their studies and grading their assignments may not be. When Google was used to search for bilingual education law, it brought up a typical search page, but at the top there was a suggestion to use Google Scholar to locate scholarly articles that might be suitable for use in doctoral research. As is typical for Google, the articles listed in Google Scholar are in the order of popularity or profitability. If an article can be attached to an advertisement, for example, then the suggestion and link for that article could be moved higher to the top of the list. This speaks to the reliability of Google Scholar when considering articles as viewed on the page. There are option settings, however, that can be adjusted to sort by relevance, by date, etc. Other options regarding patents and citations are available in settings as well. When using Google Scholar to search for diversity statistics, the results are much too vast, producing 3,260,000 articles. To narrow that search, the keywords diversity statistics in U.S. schools brought a result of 1,490,000. Clearly, these keywords must be narrowed further to access the information that would be most helpful to a student researching this topic. Comparatively, when using Roadrunner to search on the North Central University Library, using the same keyword searches as used when searching in Google Scholar, it becomes immediately obvious that the NCU library search is more fruitful and that the system itself is more helpful to student researchers. The toolbar on the left of the NCU library screen provides the researcher with assistance in finding helpful information for refining a search. There are many more options than are available on Google Scholar. Suggestions for finding similar sources, work by similar authors, options to sort by language, by publisher, by subject, and other means are visible toward the bottom of this menu, but not pictured here on this screen. Beyond the capabilities for refining searches, the layout of the initial screen in NCU's Roadrunner search is more helpful to a researcher than that of Google Scholar. Students can read a summary of the abstract portion of each article, or summaries of other types of sources as well. Having this material on the initial screen of the search helps students to save time as they search. It can be a big time waster to open source after source that is useless. This feature is very helpful. In addition, when considering both methods of research, the task of narrowing a search in Google Scholar is not likely to bring a favorable result. According to MeadeCEDR 2020, the nature of Google itself is to do just the opposite, provide a wealth of options. When comparing search results from Google Scholar and from NCU Library Roadrunner, students will notice a vast difference in the amount of responses that are generated. Using the example of bilingualism as a keyword search, the NCU Library has far fewer responses to each. Google Scholar gave 357,000 responses to this search, while NCU's Roadrunner gave under 172,000. The reason for this may be that NCU has access to less information, but it also may be because NCU limits each search to truly scholarly resources only, making your fewer responses more beneficial.